With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Okay, the question says HIV is classified as retrovirus because its genetic information is carried in. Okay, now let us see HIV is classified as why it is classified as retrovirus. Okay, what is retrovirus now? A retrovirus, okay, a retrovirus is a single-stranded positive RNA. Okay, it is single-stranded RNA. Okay, followed by the DNA intermediate, or we can say it is a single-stranded RNA with a DNA intermediate. Okay, and it is also, we can say it is as an obligate parasite. It is also as an obligate parasite. Okay, this retrovirus targets a host cell, we know. Okay, it targets a host cell. Now when it targets, what happens? Okay, after targeting the host cell, what happens? Once it is inside the cell cytoplasm, viruses, what happen? They use their own reverse transcriptase. Okay, once they're inside the cytoplasm of the host cell, they use the reverse transcriptase enzyme. We know that retrovirus have reverse transcriptase enzyme along with them. What they do, they have reverse transcriptase enzyme to produce. What they do, they produce their own DNA. Produce DNA. From where did it produce? Using our using reverse transcriptions from RNA genome. Okay, using reverse transcriptase, it produced DNA from RNA genome. Now what happened? This is a reverse. Okay, as it is a reverse, we see that the thing which is happening, it's a reverse. Normally what happens? RNA does not give rise to DNA. Okay, it does not happen this way. This is a reverse of the original condition. The original condition is this, we know. So this is a reverse of this condition. Therefore, that's the reason it is known as retro, that is backwards. Okay, what happened? This new DNA, it's a new DNA formed from the RNA genome. What happens to this new DNA? This new DNA is incorporated into the host cell genome. Okay, this new DNA is incorporated into host cell genome. Okay, host cell genome. How it is incorporated? It uses an enzyme known as integrase. Okay, integrase enzyme. It uses an integrase enzyme to integrate itself into the host genome. Now this is a new DNA which is incorporated in the host genome. Now we can also call it as retroviral DNA. Okay, it is also known as retroviral DNA, or we can call it as, it is also known as provirus. It is also known as provirus. Now what happens when it gets into the host cell? The host cell detects the DNA as a part of its own genome. They assume that the DNA is its own. Now what happens? As it treats the DNA of its own genome, they translate and transcribe viral genes from their own cells, own genes, okay, producing proteins to assemble new copies of the virus. Now what happens? These DNA is treated as their own, and it continues to produce virus particles, or we can say viral genes. It produces viral genes along with the cell's own genes. Okay, viral genes are produced along with the own cell genes are also produced. Now what happened? This viral genes translate and transcript the viral genes to assemble new copies of virus. Okay, now new copies of viruses are formed. So what happens as it like though both the viral genes and own cell genes produces proteins and their copies, what happens, it is difficult to detect the virus until it infects the host. Okay, at that point the infection will only persist indefinitely. HIV is classified as a retrovirus because it is known as retrovirus, but it carries RNA instead of DNA. Okay, more specifically instead of DNA, along with reverse transcriptase. Okay, it not only carries RNA but also reverse transcriptase, which help it to produce DNA from its viral RNA genome. Okay, so if we check the options, it is our third one is the correct answer.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.